Hello everyone and welcome back to today's weather video. So as I mentioned last night, I was going to do an update video after we got some more computer runs and updated forecasts on Winter Storm Orlena. So without further ado, here we go. Just want to also let everyone know the storm is still out here in the west, the southwest. There have been places in the Sierra Nevada that have picked up over 6-7 feet of snow. It is just whamming parts of California and Nevada, but this is a very, very good thing because, again, like I mentioned yesterday, they are in drought-stricken conditions for such a long time. They need all the moisture that they can get. Even we're getting into LA, they are expected to have a few inches of rain as well. So mudslides are basically going to be a concern in the valleys and the mountainous areas of Southern California. The storm itself, again, will be making its way out here into the part of the middle of the country. Again, Saturday for the most part. Today is Thursday, so the storm will be making its exit here and coming over into the parts of Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska, and then spreading into more of the Great Lakes region tomorrow night, Friday night, and going into Saturday. Now, here's the thing that a lot of the computer models are suggesting still right now. I would say places from Des Moines, Iowa, to Chicago, to Cleveland, and parts north, you're going to see basically all snow. Now, a lot of the models right now for Saturday going into Sunday are kind of bullseyeing those three cities and around those three cities as more of heavier snowfall totals. We're thinking at least 6 inches up to a foot possible in kind of a stretch area in parts of Iowa, northern Illinois, basically north of Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis is going to be more of a rain-snow mix at this time. Again, it still can change, and it will probably change as the storm strengthens and everything over the weekend. In the north of Columbus, Ohio, again, I think Columbus will be one of those cutoff areas for the rain snow line. But in Cleveland, we could see, possibly, half a foot to 10 inches of snow, possibly more. Again, some of the computer models are suggesting that's one of the places that we could see heavy snow. Now, the storm itself is, again, going to basically kind of like skirt into the Great Lakes and kind of like weaken. But then on Sunday, Saturday night and Sunday, is when we have the second low area of pressure that's going to be developing off of basically North Carolina or the Virginia Tidewater. That's what the computer models are kind of pointing at right now. And that's going to be the main driver for the rest of the storm. It's still one storm, it's just two different pieces basically. One's going to kind of just fizzle out while the other one's going to take, center stage. And that one, that's where we're going to have to see where it goes up the coast. And right now, it looks like computer models are kind of bullseyeing places just north of Washington, D.C. and Baltimore into the more mountainous areas of Pennsylvania and New York, possibly New York City, where they could see more of a bullseye, kind of the heaviest snow out of the system. There's even places along the New England coast, possibly maybe Boston, Providence, maybe down Maine, down East Maine, that also could see the heavier snow. Now here in DC, I know a lot of people have been probably looking at this and being like, oh my God, but now there's like a full-fledged, like just snow forecast. So people in and around DC, remember, you have to remember that we are always on this, rain snow line basically. I do think we're going to have the cold air in place. I mean, it's freezing outside right now. I just walked home from the metro. I think it's going to be in place for parts of DC, Baltimore, maybe even going down into Fredericksburg and Richmond, where it could be mainly an all snow event. So I'm thinking we're going to see moderate to maybe some heavy snowfall, especially north and west of the city. We always seem to do that here in the DC and Baltimore areas. If you live in Frederick, Winchester, Leesburg, going out into parts of West Virginia and southern Pennsylvania, it always seems like that's where the heaviest snow falls during these types of systems. But we'll have to see exactly where this actual storm sets up over the weekend, and exactly if it goes a little bit closer to the coast, we could be, again, on that rain snow line, especially in DC, Baltimore, and parts of New Jersey and the Delmarva. But if it goes off just a little bit further to the east and slowly makes its way northeast off the coast, that's where DC and Baltimore, Philadelphia, we could see heavier snowfall amounts. So I think DC, we have a good chance of seeing 6 inches of snow. I think that's going to be medium range right now. I think lower end maybe 3 inches, higher end maybe 10 inches. But my 6, maybe 8 inches of snow in and around the district. I think that's also going to be the good spot for Baltimore. Going into Philadelphia, I think is a little bit more tricky. Again, depending on where the rain snow line mixes up to. But right now, I think it's going to be possibly maybe 10 inches. And then New York, I've seen some of the forecasts where they could see upwards of a foot of snow. So, and New York has seen plenty of snow this season so far. So that is with Winter Storm Orlena, and this is not going to be a fast-moving storm. This is going to be a slower storm. So we're not going to have the snowfall at like 1, 2, 3 inches an hour, and it's not going to last just 12 to 18 hours like most storms do. This storm is going to take its time. It's going to just chug along and be like, yo, I'm gonna be here for a while, so enjoy it basically while it lasts. So a lot of the snow that's gonna start Sunday morning in the mid-Atlantic and then Sunday afternoon and evening in the Northeast, it possibly could snow for 36 hours straight. But again, you have all that time where it's going to accumulate up to possibly a foot or more in some areas. So it's not going to be a big, heavy burst of snow and accumulate all in, one afternoon. This is going to be a long duration event over the course of a day and a half to 2 days. There's some forecasters saying here in DC and Baltimore, we could be seeing snow or mixed precipitation on and off all the way until Tuesday morning. New York City, same thing. From, I would say, anywhere from Sunday evening all the way into Tuesday mid-morning. So then, again, that's 36 hours, at least, of seeing, some sort of precipitation. So that is what I think is going to be going on right now. Again, I'm going to do a more fine-tuned forecast tomorrow and also Saturday. So check back in then to see what, if anything else changed. But as of right now, it looks like it's going to be a pretty big storm, and with the cold air in place, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of snow out of this winter storm Orlena. So remember to keep your eye to the sky and stay warm out there, everyone. Take care.